These are the AirPods 4 that not only sound amazing, but they actually have a hidden button. So here's every single tip and trick you need to know. Okay, so as soon as you open up the AirPods 4, the first trick you gotta know is if you do a double tap on this new invisible button on the center of the case, so just tap tap, that'll turn the green light into a white light. And what this will do is make the AirPods go into pairing mode. So if you wanted to quick and easily connect them to another device, like let's say another iPhone, for example, maybe a laptop, a PlayStation, Xbox, or even an Android phone, now you can. But you can also keep double tapping on this invisible button, and how that works is if you just go tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, you'll see this red light appear, which will completely reset the AirPods in case you ever get a bad connection. Then, believe it or not, these can actually save your life, and I'll show you how later on. But first, let's go through some really cool control gestures. Now, here's a super quick recap on all the gestures you can do with these stems, starting with the single press that you can use to play and pause any type of music or video you're busy playing, but you can also use it to answer calls. So you can then talk directly through your AirPods instead of on your phone, and while you're on the call, you can also do a single press again to mute yourself, and another single press will unmute you. There's also the double press gesture that you can use to hang up any of the calls you're on, or if you're playing a song or video, you can use this instead to skip to the next one. Super useful. Then moving on to the triple press, you can use this gesture to skip back to the last song or video you played, which is pretty handy. And another nifty gesture is to actually press and hold the stem to activate noise cancellation. And inside your main settings, while your AirPods are connected, if you go into their settings, you can actually go and customize if you'd like this gesture to open up Siri instead. Also, keep in mind that these gestures work on both the left and the right bud. And as for volume, these AirPods don't actually have an up or down gesture to control it, which sucks. But here's how you can actually fix that. So if you head into settings, then down to accessibility, in here you'll find something called vocal shortcuts. Just turn this on, then tap on add action, and from the list, make sure you choose volume up or volume down. Next, type out volume up. And finally, just say it as naturally as possible 3 times. Now check this out, if I just say volume up, my AirPods will hear that and actually turn the volume up. Or if I say volume down, it'll do that too and turn the volume down. Nice. But there's one more way you can control your AirPods 4, and that's by using your head. So to get this to work, make sure you go inside your settings again, and under Siri, if you scroll down and tap on announce calls, in here set this to headphones only. This way, whenever you now get a call, Siri will actually tell you who's calling,
Ron Burgundy,
and you can then answer the call by nodding your head, or you guessed it, decline the call by shaking your head. I mean, how cool? And this works for just about anything else that Siri might ask you, just nod to say yes or shake to say no. So, if Siri says,
should you subscribe to haylsworld?
Huh? Now, the AirPods 4 come with around 5 hours of battery life, and you can charge them up to 4 times using this tiny new case, which is pretty good. But when it comes to actually charging your case, there are a few tricks you need to know. Like if you're on the go and you don't have anywhere to plug them in, did you know that you can actually connect a cable from your iPhone to your AirPods and quickly give them a charge? Or if you have an Apple Watch, you can actually snap them onto the pad and charge them wirelessly instead, which also works for any other MagSafe charger that you might have as well. Another tip I definitely suggest you do is tap and hold on the home screen, click the edit button, and under widgets, scroll down to battery and add a battery widget. Because with this widget, not only can you keep an eye on the case's battery as well as the AirPods, but you can actually see it update in real time so you can see when they're fully charged. I mean, that's super cool. But something that's not cool about these AirPods is they don't actually have strong magnets for wireless charging. So although they can wireless charge, it's just hard to position them or keep them on a MagSafe charging pad. However, there is a little trick you can do, and that's to actually get a case with magnets on the back like this one, because bam, it'll stick and charge on any MagSafe charger you have and stay put. This specific case also comes with a magnetic clip, which is super cool. So it pulls and locks the lid closed just with one hand. It's just got such a satisfying click. It's also super rugged, so if you ever drop your AirPods, they won't just fly out and get lost. And if you're wondering where this case is from, it's called the Cyber Flick Lock from ESR, and it's got some other sick features. Like, something else I really don't like about these AirPods is that they don't come with a lanyard hole. Like, come on! But check this out, the ESR case not only has a lanyard hole, but it also comes with this clip that you can of course snap to a bag or even a belt loop. And there's a few different colors it comes in, but if you want something a bit more minimal, ESR also have these Orbit hybrid cases. They come with basically everything too, but just without the flick lock, which isn't really a problem because it also has these snappy magnets that'll keep the lid shut. So if you want any cases like these, then check out the link below. But now let me show you what to do if you lose your AirPods. Okay, so the AirPods 4 are actually a lot smaller, meaning you can lose them a lot easier. But there are a few ways you can find them. And the first way is in the Find My app. And if you tap on your AirPods, you'll find this play sound button that if you press will actually make the AirPods case ring to help you find them. Because the AirPods 4 actually come with a speaker on the case, just in case you ever lose them. You can also use the Find button to check out how far away they are from you, which is really cool because your iPhone will literally direct you to the exact area where they are. Nice. But if you lose your AirPod buds themselves, you can also find them by tapping on the bud you've lost. And if it's close by, you can ring it so that you'd be able to hear exactly where it is. But if that doesn't work and you're far away from it, you can also use the Find button to find that single bud. I mean, that's just so useful. But probably the best thing to do is swipe up and turn on Notify when left behind, because this is actually off by default. So now whenever you've left your AirPods behind, you'll instantly get a notification. So now that you have no excuse to lose them, let me show you how to make them sound even better. Okay, so there are two tricks you can do to actually make your AirPods sound better. The first trick, number one, inside settings, if you scroll down to sound and haptics, in here, right at the bottom, you'll see personalized spatial audio. Make sure to set this up because what this will do is using your front camera and Face ID, your iPhone will actually scan your head and ears to boost the sound quality. I mean, I don't really know how it all works, but now when you're playing a song or a video in Control Center, if you tap the volume bar, here you can turn on spatial audio and you can either choose between a fixed or head tracked position. Fixed will basically sound as though the audio is coming from a bunch of speakers all around you, and head tracked feels like the audio is staying in the same position no matter where your head moves. And because you set up personalized spatial audio, this should now sound better. And trick number two, if you go back inside your AirPod settings and scroll all the way down, over here, turn on personalized volume, because now what this will do is your AirPods will automatically adjust the volume based on your surroundings, so your music will always sound the best it can no matter where you are. Sweet! Now let's dive into some cool hidden tricks you gotta know. Like when you open up Spotify and start playing a song, if you go into the control panel and tap on this AirPods icon, you'll see this option to share audio. Now, if you just bring another pair of AirPods in, like your friends, next to your iPhone, it'll see them and ask if you'd like to share the audio. Then once they're connected, you can both listen to music on both AirPods, which is really cool, especially if you want to watch a movie together.
Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
Then for my next hidden trick, and this one is very sneaky. Back inside the control panel, if you go to this hearing icon, in here you'll see something called Live Listen that if you turn on, you'll be able to hear everything from your iPhone's microphone. Literally everything your iPhone hears, but through your AirPods. So let's say, for example, you decided to just leave your phone hanging around somewhere. Well, you'd be able to hear everything around it from your AirPods. So sneaky. But if you want to block out everything else around you instead, then check out this. So these are actually the first AirPods to come with noise cancellation other than the Pros. And to find their noise cancellation settings, just go into the volume slider right over here, and you can either choose to have it off or switch to transparency, adaptive mode, or finally noise cancellation. And each one of these are good for certain situations. So transparency mode is basically like not wearing AirPods. You can clearly hear everything around you while still listening to music. Noise cancellation, on the other hand, blocks out as much noise as possible, so you can only hear what's coming through the AirPods. And adaptive mode automatically switches between these two depending on how loud or quiet it is around you. And one more trick you can do with noise cancellation is to turn on conversational awareness. And what this does is when you talk to someone, it actually drops the volume and boosts what the other person is saying.
Why do we drive in parkways but park in driveways?
Okay, now onto some quick tips, and the last one might even save your life. If you go back into your AirPods settings and into the AirPods name, in here you can change it to anything you'd like, but you can also use emojis to give it a bit of pizzazz. Then if you go back a step and scroll down, you'll find something called microphone. In here, you can actually change this to always be on the left or right AirPod. I'd suggest you set it to the right, because now if you're somewhere noisy or windy, you can just take out the right AirPod and put it right by your mouth so that everything you say will sound a lot better. Then because the AirPods 4 have pretty good noise cancellation and can get really loud, if you go back into the phone settings, then scroll down to accessibility and scroll down again to sound recognition, make sure to turn on these alarms like fire, for example, or even the siren, because now whenever you're listening to super loud music or have noise cancellation turned on, if there's a fire alarm or your doorbell rings, your AirPods will hear it and actually send a notification to your iPhone, which could literally save your life. I'm just saying. And now that I've practically saved your life, do me a solid one and hit that subscribe button, because we're on the road to 3 million, and I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles!